everyone, it's Amy from Nailpolish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. I'm back with part 7 of my swatching through all the 90 lacquers in order of release. So if you've watched any of the other ones, thank you, and thank you for rejoining. I will link down below to the most recent video, which was part 6. So if you don't know, 90 Lacquer was a American indie brand which was run by JessFace90. I was very luckily that I was part of the swatch team for this brand, as well as Jess is one of my great friends. So I'm just going through them all, updating my swatches, talking to you about what was released each year, and we are up to 2019's releases. So the first collection for that year was spring, so there was a 6-piece spring collection. 4 of them were very similar, but just in different colours, where they were these lovely duochrome flakes in multiple bases. So the first one was clover, so a clover green with those multichrome shredded flakes in it. We move on to marigold, which is a wonderful shade of yellow, I must say. It's that perfect like orangey yellow hybrid in the middle, again with those flakes. Lilac is no surprise a lilac purple with those flakes. And finishing off the flaky quad is the pink one here, which is called Primrose, and Primrose completes that part of the collection. We then have 2 glitters, so we have it as a glitter topper and in acrylic. This is something that Jess did quite a lot, where she offered kind of alternates for when you can use it however you like. The clear base topper version was called Sweet Sunshine, so it was neon pink, green, yellow, bright blue, and a tiny little scattering of silver holographic, and that was in a clear base, and I'm wearing my swatch over black. Or you could get that exact combination in Out With The Cold, but in a white base, so a white base with those beautiful bright neon glitters. And like I say, that is a theme that we've seen throughout these 90 swatch videos, where we have that alternative, and that was a 6-piece collection for spring. We then have the iconic summer neons. I love these. These aren't showing as bright as they never do on camera as what they are in person. I absolutely loved this collection. These are some of my most re-worn 90 lacquers. So we'll go to start with the pink, which is called Flaming Mamingo. And this is the beautiful, not showing on camera, neon pink. I love how all of these applied. I remember behind the scenes that Jess was really wanting to make sure these were perfect when they came out, and mixing creams or neons as an indie maker then and probably now is really hard if you're hand mixing everything, and I think they came out beautifully. The other one that I do wear a lot is called Humidity, and it's the beautiful coral colour within that collection, corally peach. Moving round to yellow, this one is Firefly. Again, I've worn specifically those 3 a lot. Bullfrog is the bright neon green. Clear Skies is less neon, but still just a very bright blue. I wouldn't say it's the most neon blue I have, but it's a bright one. And same with the last one, which is Ultraviolet, a really nice bright purple, but I'm not sure if I can think of many examples where the neon purple and blues have been done where they are wow neons. A lot of them are super bright, and this is exactly what you have here. Around that time, there was also a 4th of July trio, and again, it's a similar combination in 3 different styles. So if we go for the clear topper, this one is called Fireworks, and it is obviously your red, white and blue, silver holographic, and there is also silver stars in there as well. The stars are only in this version, but the colours of the glitters are in the other 2, so lovely topper. Now USA is there for your red, white and blue in the white base, so you're having the options again if you wanted to wear it as a topper or as a acrylic base. Love that. And the final one was Patriot. So I'm going to talk about it later on, but one of Jess's really popular polishes was called Twinkle Lights, and it was this linear holographic with semi-translucent glitters in it. She did it as Spooky Lights. We had Twinkle Lights. Twinkle Lights 2.0 is coming later in this video, and this is Patriot. So the only colours we have in here are the blue and the red in the linear silver holographic base. Moving round, we then had a Falloween collection, so it was that fall and Halloween mixture. There was probably re-promotes at the time, and I'm just trying to look about it here. We kind of divide it in half, or there's at least a 3 maybe. Yeah, so I think these 3 are probably more of the fall ones. So we do have Maple, which is a really nice it's one of those ones where it's almost a clear base, and it's got all those tiny little flecks and flakes of metallic particles in there. Decay is suffering a little bit from ugly bottle syndrome, but it's a wonderful, slightly brighter, uglier green that Jess has done before. She's done some really, really dark greens that are that ugly, pretty moss camo colour. But this is something a little bit lighter, and then also with some gold shimmer. And then Mulled Wine is the last one in this, where it is a purple with an orange shift. There was another one that Jess did, which was a similar combination to this one, Mulled Wine. Oh my goodness, now my mind's going. The one that she did for PolishCon that I've already shown you, that one was kind of similar to this, but the purple base in Mulled Wine is slightly darker. And then we have 5 that are more Halloween. Now, I didn't re-swatch this at the time of filming. I may try, but this one is called Tombstone, and originally it was a very, very dark navy holographic, but it has turned almost black in time, which is what happens. This polish is now, gosh, 6 years old, but therefore you're probably going to see the original swatch that I did for it rather than the re-swatch. We'll see what I can do with it. Spooky Sprinkles is a really fun white based Crelly. There is green bar glitter, green square glitter, orange hex glitter, and purple hex glitter, your ultimate typical Halloween colours in a white base. Devil's Night, which wasn't one of my favourites back then, but when I've re-swatched this, I have absolutely fallen in love with it. It's a really nice black base, tons of silver holographic flakes and speckles into it, but also a gold flash. I think that combination of gold and silver I did not appreciate as much as I do today, so loved re-wearing that. Scarecrow is another topper, and this is green bar glitter, orange bar glitter, red bar glitter, then black triangles, bright green, bright yellow, bright orange glitters. Now, this was so fun. I really enjoyed re-wearing it. However, the base had thickened up slightly and I had to thin it out a little bit. Again, working with a 6-year-old polish, but I really love the ratio of base to glitters. There's tons of glitters in here. It's really fun. It does scream Halloween, but you can probably wear it whenever. My ultimate favourite of this collection was No Bones About It. It's an off-white yellowy cream with then black matte glitters. It's meant to look like skull and crossbones, but to me it just reminded me of Skelly Grow from Harry Potter. That bottle for the potion where it was the skeleton in the kind of faded cream, I absolutely thought that it looked exactly like that. And then finishing up the year for 2019, we then do have a holiday collection, and I love, even if you can look at this now, this is kind of an unstereotyped Christmas collection, which I love that Jess did. So the first one is Sugar Plum. So it is a really nice dark purple colour with gold holographic flakies in there. I love that mixture of the gold and purple, really unique. Countdown is a white base Crellies. This is silver, gold and black in the white base. It's a little bit more sparse. It's not the most glitter heavy Crelly that she did, but I love the silver and the gold together. That's always a great combination. Gingerbread Cookie is a really nice dark brown with browny orangey glitters, so similar to Sugar Plum. I feel like they're like the brown and purple equivalents of each other, very similar formula. Twinkle Lights 2.0 is obviously the polish that I was referring to in the video earlier. So this is slightly different than the original, no surprise there, where that one was in a linear silver holographic base, but this one was just all flakies in a white base. So it was silver holographic flakes plus the other colours. So flakes rather than a more metallic linear feel to it. I think my heart belongs to the original, but I did appreciate the new take. Sleigh Ride is another one of my favourites that she released this year. It is a jelly base, kind of like a cherry jelly with a ton of glitters. I love that it's meant to be jelly and squishy, so it doesn't build up to be completely opaque. It does have some see-through squishiness to it, but I love the shade, I love the glitter combination, and I love how unusual it is. And my final favourite was Onesie. This is a periwinkle blue cream base with tons of red glitters in there. I love red and blue. I love contrasting colours together. So when this one was released, I loved it. And what I love about these videos is, one, I love updating my swatches, wearing a lot of my polishes. I haven't bought as much polish in the past few years as what I have done previously, which was a lot. So getting the chance to re-swatch all 40 of these and re-wear and re-fall in love with them, it's been wonderful. Although sad that I can't get any more 9-0s and there's not more coming. Unless Jess wants to come out of retirement. But no, joking aside, I love the trip down memory lane. Let me know what some of your 9-0 favourites were for this year. And I think our next video is going to be the last video in this series. So yeah, let me know any thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I will see you soon.